Good evening and welcome to today's daily market summary. If you are just joining for the first time, if you are newly subscribed, I do this every evening after market close on the NGX and I just run through the summary of trading activities. The NGX is the Nigerian equities market, so that's the meaning of the NGX you're seeing on this page on your screen. Before we dive in, a big thank you to everyone who takes out the time to like, share, subscribe. I do not take it for granted. In a time with an avalanche of data and information and content everywhere, everyone who takes out the time to do so, it means a lot because there's so many options. So if you take out the time to do so, I guess you find the content interesting, and I guess you're a big supporter of the channel as well. And in case you just stumbled on this, I remember saying in some of my videos, please take out the time to share across your stories, WhatsApp stories, TikTok stories, IG stories, Snapchat stories. Even though Snapchat be little late, I don't think you see much of serious content in Snapchat, which is rather odd because you still have the same human beings there, right? But wherever you are, just share on your stories. I think sharing on your stories isn't an invasive thing to do. The disclaimer is also important. This is not financial or trading advice. Nothing I say or write or do is financial or trading advice. So I could say something to buy or sell. Those are my opinions. They are my views. They're not for you to act. You shouldn't base your investment decisions on what people say. You should base them based on what you think or believe, having done your research, makes sense and is a path to go. So it's very important to lay that on the table. How did the market perform today? The all share index fell 0.67%. I know you might say, well, it's not a big fall in percentage terms. It's less than 1%. But when you think of the fact that this is a market that is up just a bit over 30 something percent year to date, a 1% decline or a 0.67% decline means a lot. Now, the index measures the average performance of stocks on the exchange. Some stocks will do better than the index, and some stocks will do worse than the index. So, how did today shape out? On the gainer side, you have NCR. NCR is a hardware firm. If you've used ATMs across the country, I'm very sure at some point in time you may have used an NCR ATM machine. I know for GTCO, I've seen a couple of NCR ATM machines at GTCO branches. It's been a while I've been at an ATM. Let me know in the comment section when last you used an ATM. The whole cashless policy after that, the usage of ATM seemed to have declined and all that. But NCR brings in ATM machines and a few other equipment into the country. Austin Laz. Austin Laz is in the, let's say, the refrigeration space. They make ice making equipment. Austin Laz gained 9.66% to close at 3 naira 18 kobo, while NCR gained 9.96% to close at 12 naira and 70 kobo. So from a numbers perspective or just viewing from afar, it seems close, but it's actually close really. Tantalizers. Tantalizers QSR moving or transmitting or transmuting into a footament firm. Gained 6.09% to close at 2 naira and 44 kobo. Multiverse is in the commodity space, or like say the solid mineral space. Multiverse gained 5.5% to close at 11 naira 50 kobo, while Mansard insurance stocks remain very much in play across the entire segment. Mansard, AXA Mansard, I think that's the broad name, gained 2.44% to close at 15 naira and 98 kobo. On the losing end of things, a couple of downers, mostly from the insurance space, because I'm looking at the top five. Four of them are insurance firms, or three of them actually are insurance firms. Consolidated Hallmark, Cornwall for short, down 10% to close at 3 naira 87 kobo. Prestige Assurance down 10% to close at 1 naira 62 kobo. ICO down 10% as well to close at 3 naira 42 kobo. Ella Lakes, which is in the agri space, oil palm space, down 9.93% to close at 11 naira 43 kobo. PZ Cousins in the fast moving consumer goods space slash white electronics, PZ Cousins fell 9.89% to close at 33 naira and 25 kobo. In terms of most actively traded stocks by volume and value, starting with volume. I mean, volume, the usual suspects. Banks are always there, or the usual guests make appearances. Banks are always there. GT Co, parent company of GT Bank, 32.6 million shares. Access Corporation, parent company of the popular Access Bank, 29.5 million shares. ICO Insurance, 21.8 million shares. That looks like a heavy number for ICO. I probably have to check, and if it is, I'll include it in the spots in my tomorrow's pre-market video. LR Lakes, that number is also fairly large, 20.5 million shares, while Sovereign Trust Insurance rounds up the top five most actively traded stocks by volume with 20.4 million shares. Moving over and finally concluding with the most actively traded stocks by value. GT Co, 3 billion naira worth of shares traded. Zenith Bank, a distant second, 1.2 billion worth of shares traded. Access Corporation, a distant, let's say third, because it's half of the Zenith Bank's value, 768 million shares traded. UBA, a Africa's Global Bank, I think that's the byline. They still use that. UBA with 685 million worth of shares traded. And MTN Nigeria, distant fifth with 388 million worth of shares traded. An audio version of this podcast will be up on greentickertales.com about the same time. I'm still not sure if I should move the time forward or backward. I'm not decided yet, but I guess we'll run with this. And if I change my mind or if I get feedback to do so, I would inform. So the audio version, I always say try and follow the audio version. If you can pop in weekends or whenever you're free, that helps, because you would have more content on the audio on the Spotify podcast than video. Why? It's the platform algorithm wise gives me room to upload more videos. I dare say that I am probably one of the few people in this space who's probably doing 3 videos a day, and I mean, yeah, algorithm wise, views wise, it's dropped a bit, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, the content is more important than views and algorithms. And I think that if you're in financial markets, it only makes sense to have a pre-market video, a midday trading video, and a market close video. So those are the 3 I'm running with. I doubt I can have more than 3 videos in a day. I'd have to wait and see. I don't know anybody who's doing that, but it's really, really rare. Most people tend to do a video a day or a video a week. However, the show must go on, and we take the show wherever we can take it to. So Spotify gives me the chance to do that. I would have, in addition to the Greenticker Market Daily, I'd also have a standalone episode on Prestige on the Universal Insurance. Universal Insurance dropped its backlog of results. I'm very sure in the next 2-3 days the company will be removed from trading suspension. The shares will begin to trade. So I would have an episode on that stock. I probably would include it, and you want to also follow the Greenticker Twitter thread. Goes up 10 p.m. West African time. I'd have some more color on the numbers released by Universal Insurance. So you can also find content on greentickertales.com, and have yourselves a good rest of the day. See you in tomorrow's pre-market video.